Yes! That's awesome! What? You just took one in the jugular, man!
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. Senior developer, co-founder of EHG Mike held his normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 167. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions from the community and gave us 6 Season 2 teasers. Also, during this stream, there was a member of EHG, this did not come from Mike, this came from chat, that was talking about patch notes when. And because of that conversation in chat, EHG gave me the green light where I can now officially announce patch notes are coming April 11th, the day of my podcast. So it's going to be a Q&A podcast. We're going to be answering tons of questions from the patch notes, and we've got a couple of other surprises. So mark it on your calendars. Patch notes when? The answer is April 11th. And we're going to jump into the first teaser for Dev Chat 167 right now.
It is an early spoiler.
What do you got?
As penance for my death. Here we are. Here is a node for the new reworked Sigils of Hope, which is now Symbols of Hope skill tree, and yeah, it's a little bit in there.
Here's what we got. Unwavering Faith. Activating Symbols of Hope now heals you for a portion of your maximum health, 10%, and you can put 2 points in. Basically, it gives you an unlimited supply of health potions. They finally fixed it.
Here, why no hotkey to compare offhand item and second rings? Aha! Yes, this has been a problem for a long time, and I'm very happy to say we have a fix for it. It's coming. We've got offhand ring comparison. We've got offhand comparison and off ring slot comparison coming. I think it's crap. I don't remember which hotkey it is, but it's coming. It's on its way. It's happening.
Better late than never. Now let's discuss new bosses.
The Weaver faction have their own pinnacle boss encounter. Not in the same way that Aberoth is to Forgotten Knights. Like kinda, because is that more? Is that more?
Give him a sec.
No, like there is the hardest thing to do in the game gets accessed through Weaver faction stuff, but it's more thematically tied to Forgotten Knights, so kinda.
I keep talking about on stream how this Weaver's Will tree is going to be awesome. Teaser number 2.
Weaver's node. Here's a node from the Weaver's Will tree. Weaver's Will tree, the Weaver's tree.
Fated Nemesis. Nemesis encounters are more common in your echoes, and this can go up to 24%. Obviously, fan favorite from season 1 was the Nemesis encounters. The potential of adding LP to your Neeks, getting these crazy exalt drops. Now they're going to be able to come up 24% more. Now let's talk size of map.
Are you planning on making monoliths longer? Right now I feel like I am spending more time sorting loot between them than actually slaying monsters. Yeah, some of the so the cemeteries are fairly big. So yeah, some of these the new echoes will be, some of them will be bigger, some of them will be smaller. Yeah, there's a few options in there.
Mike has asked this question again later and answers that some tombs and cemeteries compared to regular monoliths right now will be 3 times longer. Teaser number 3.
Here's a little sneak peek. This is the I talked about this yesterday and I just drew on the screen and it looked terrible. So this is what it actually looks like. We are adding a corruption display to the monolith map panel.
And this is a huge quality of life. I show this in stream all the time. I don't know what the corruption number is, so you have to go to each island and actually check it. So this is great. But of course, when this went up, this came with controversy, because when Mike showed this image, it's like, why is EHG saying the game is balanced around 300 corruption? Yet down here at the bottom, it says 1,337 corruption. something isn't making sense. And that's because they did not listen. Listen to what Mike's about to say.
So you will be able to, at a glance, tell which timelines are at which corruption. And yes, these are definitely legit achieved corruption numbers that were not manually typed in at all, I promise.
Bingo. Of course, there's got to be some stupid controversy. EHG just typed in these numbers as the example to show you what they look like. They did not actually play to 1337 corruption. I call this teaser number 4.
On the other charm we don't know about, it's an either or thing, so you'll be picking that if you want to go through the dungeon itself and enhance the dungeon experience.
It's an either or, so you pick one of the charms and it is for the dungeon experience. If people don't know what I'm talking about, I'll throw it on screen right now. This is the second charm that hasn't been disclosed what it does, so now you got a little bit of inside info. Teaser number 5, and my favorite, that's why it's in the thumbnail.
I'm gonna put this up. Do a little gameplay break. I'm just gonna answer rapid fire questions here.
Warden's Echo. Your echoes have a chance to spawn a rare enemy alongside a pack from a specific dungeon. That drop the dungeon's respective key and have a chance to drop respective dungeon boss's unique item. Rare in dungeon pack chance 10%, and you can put 2 points in 20%. So yes, not only can you use a charm and skip to the dungeon boss, on your Weaver tree, you could also take Warden's Echo, which has a chance to spawn dungeon enemies, and those dungeon enemies can drop dungeon uniques. Yes, another question around the Weaver tree.
All right, how many total points in the Weaver tree will we get, and how many the total points are in the tree? We haven't said this yet. I don't know off the top of my head. You'll have less than half the number of points. You will be able to invest less than half the number of points. I can say that. So you're gonna have to make some hard choices on what you actually want to go for. And there's a fair few options.
The Weaver's tree is packed with so much good stuff. And as Mike said, you're going to be able to take maybe a little less than half of it. So it is going to be some hard decisions. Teaser number 6, and this was shown already for a brief second by Carve on a previous podcast, but it's in the stream, so I got to show it.
We're just going to shove that one up. I think this is new. Hope it's new.
It's not new. It's shown on the podcast you were on, but it's okay. We went over it quick. Nimble Threads. Heartseeker has additional chance to recurve scaling with Dex. So you're already going to stack a ton of Dex with your Heartseeker Marksman. The new skill coming on 4/17. It's going to be an absolute fan favorite skill for the entire season. And this is going to be a node you definitely want, because let's say you got 100 Dex. This is going to give you 50% recurve, which means basically the shot will continue to hit the enemy over and over again. Very powerful node. All right, everybody, unfortunately, we've come to the final question for Dev Chat 167. This is around servers and duping. Mike, as always, thank you for your Friday live streams. The community truly appreciates it. If you're still watching, please like, share, and subscribe. Of course, only if you think I've earned it. If I haven't earned it, I'm going to work harder for you. Check out the Discord, over 4,600 members. We do a game giveaway every 2 weeks. You got a chance of winning something. Movie nights, game nights, new community event coming April 17th. This is going to be the 8th treasure hunt event for Last Epoch. It's always a lot of fun. Sign up is coming soon. Best way to support is Patreon. And don't forget to check out my newly launched website, actionrpg.com. We've been working on this website for thousands and thousands of hours. We've got a design team. We've got engineers. We've got a lot of coders. A lot of people are coming onto the site. It's very, very exciting. We update news every 48 hours. We have an event calendar and 37 build guides for Last Epoch, all up to date. And we're working to get those updated for Season 2 as fast as humanly possible. D4 is already online. PoE 2 is currently getting designed. The website is going to be very, very cool. It's kind of in its alpha beta phase, totally unmonetized. So you just go over there and push some buttons. It just gives us some data. It has nothing to do financially. We're just wanting people to play with it and tell us what you think. ActionRPG.com. All right, I'm done. Mike, take it away.
Are you guys planning on upgrading servers? Yes. Also, how is trading faction, duping, exploiting issues are going to be handled this season, since we pretty much breaks the game in the first week? Well, we haven't had any duping or exploiting things like that happen in the most recent, like the most recent ladder and Bazaar were clean. There were no issues there. There was no incident. Since the last incident that happened, like a couple times ago, we have entirely new detection and reaction systems. We have new safeguards in place to make sure it won't happen again as well, that on top of the ones that we did last time. You know, there's we have new tools in place in like prevention, detection, and fixing. And you know, it's one of the most important things for us is keeping this like keeping the bazaar and the economy running smoothly is extremely important. So we're doing everything we can to make sure that stays that way. And we're going to be keeping a very close eye on everything right as things go live. As far as upgrading servers, yeah, like since 1.0 dropped, we have entirely new backend code. We have entirely new servers, like the physical machines are completely different. Tons and tons of updates. So yeah, like this is all stuff we're working very hard on, and is extremely important. It's not super flashy, so we don't advertise this stuff quite as much in like the trailers and the videos and stuff like that. So you don't see like new detection for duping methods. You're like, who cares? Like, why is that's not something you shout from the rooftops, really? But yeah, it's all stuff we are very interested in keeping tight, and so it's yeah, we're working on it hard.